started. Organisers calling themselves concerned members of the ANC and the SACP say they've been hampered by transport problems and have also been subject to intimidation tactics by those opposed to the march. The leaders of the Zuma Must Go Now campaign had planned the march to put pressure on ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa and the ANC's NEC to oust President Zuma. The organisers have expressed disappointment over the current so-called transitional talks between President Zuma and ANC President Ramaphosa. They say the matter has taken too long. However, both the ANC and the SACP have distanced themselves from the march, instead calling the group to be disciplined. Well, let's get more now on this march. We crossed our reporter Sipho Stuurman. He's live for us in Pretoria. Sipho, good afternoon to you. In the last 24 hours, we've had some sectors, as I read now, distancing themselves from this Zuma Must Go march, as it's been called. So tell us more about it. What's the turnout like?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Natasha, and there's a bit of a problem with the sound there, but I can just tell you that currently there is no march taking place. We've been here since 7 a.m. in the morning, and we've interacted with the organisers who've told us just what you said there in the intro, that they've had transportation problems, but also speculated that there could have been intimidation tactics. You remember the ANC spoke out strongly against this march, saying that these members need to be disciplined because they are undermining the authority of the ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa, who we understand is now in Irene for that NEC meeting scheduled to take place from 2 p.m. this afternoon. But of course the members are saying that they've been waiting for quite some time with these transitional talks, and they are pretty much tired and they want to see action right now. And just briefly, I am going to talk to one of the public members that had come to just show support to this march, and now it's not happening. And you see clear background here, there's nothing happening. It's probably the most chilled match we've ever been to, as you said here earlier on. What do you think played into this? Do you think the strong language by the ANC intimidated members?
Well, look, there's various reasons why I think that this could have happened. One, I mean, there's been votes of no confidence in Zuma. Those failed. There's been times where they wanted to impeach him, but obviously those failed. And I think obviously the ANC not supporting this march and speaking strongly against the march, I think it intimidated people to maybe not want to come and join the march.
All right, and of course you were here to lend support that President Zuma must go. So why is that?
Well, look, I'm in support that Zuma must go because of the understanding that I do not think that as a leader he possesses the qualities that a leader needs. But I don't blame him for what he's done. It's like taking a kid into a room for 4 or 5 days without food, and you bring this kid out and you've got dessert and you've got meat and you've got everything on the table. I mean, that kid will devour a dessert with meat altogether. So I understand why he does it, but very much against why he is doing it.
All right, well, an interesting analogy of President Zuma being a kid who had been locked up and now is overindulging and has overstayed his welcome. But yes, Natasha, that is the feeling. We've had another, public members here passing at us here as the media as we are stationed here, just, wondering when is this march going to take place, and obviously also lending their voices in the calls for the president to step down. Now, just shortly before I came to you, the organisers here just briefly, spoke to us saying that they're going to call later on in the afternoon another media briefing. But it all seems in all likelihood that this march is not going ahead. And probably when they do speak to us later, they will give us the reasons as to why this march has failed. And effectively it has. There's no shutdown. It's life as normal here in Pretoria. So we cannot even mince our words. A march was expected considering the language that was used, but nothing has happened at all. It's now back to you in studio.
Sipho, thanks so much for that. Our Sipho Stuurman with an update for us on that march, which, as he says, has been a no-go.